Contrary to what you might expect from such a well-known, tourist-heavy city, San Francisco quietly delivers a lot for the money. And so much of the fun in San Francisco is free. From free museums to public art and architectural highlights, here's a list of the best options for travelers on a budget. 1. The Golden Gate Bridge. It's completely free to marvel at this feat of Art Deco design and engineering. On sunny days, it's a brilliant radiant orange, international orange, to be specific, and when the fog rolls in it's a moody only in San Francisco vista. You can bike across, but it's just as fun, if you are dressed right, to walk across the world's most beautiful bridge. It's 1.7 miles across, it's possible to catch a bus back, though some visitors just walk halfway across, take in the scene, and return. 2. Free First Tuesdays. If you're in San Francisco on the first Tuesday of the month, get thee to either the Legion of Honor or the De Young Museum, both of which are free on those days. The former features a collection ranging from Monet to John Cage soundscapes, ancient Iraqi ivories to R. Crumb comics. The latter houses items from oceanic ceremonial masks and trippy hippie handmade fashion to a James Turrell domed skyspace installation built into the side of a hill. 3. Amoeba Music. Amoeba Music is a huge record CD store made out of a former bowling alley on Haight Street. A music lover could spend hours there. Either troll the $1 bins for the glory of vinyl, or time it for the frequent free shows set up in the corner. 4. Pier 39. Don't pretend you're too cool to gawk at the sea lions, who canoodle, belch and scratch their backsides on the docks of Pier 39. As many as 1,300 come to laze in the sun, as they have since 1990, providing many photo ops from January to July. 5. Café Royale. Always free, this Parisian-styled café hosts a variety of events including live music and DJ sets several days a week. 6. Coit Tower Murals and the Filbert Street Steps. Coit Tower, 1934, is a beloved part of the San Francisco skyline, but not free to go up. However, the murals that line the lobby are free to see. Embracing San Francisco's heritage of labor reform and glorifying the worker, the murals were created by 25 artists, many of whom were denounced as communists. It's a steep walk up from any side, so you may be tempted to lay down a few dollars to reach the top. It's worth it. Speaking of which, the famed Filbert Street steps up to Coit Tower are quite steep but tap into a hidden North Beach world of cottages along a wooden boardwalk called Napier Lane, with sculpture tucked in among gardens year-round and sweeping views of the Bay Bridge. Plus wild parrots. If you're heading back down, try the neighboring Greenwich Street stairs for an alternative route and more chances for parrot spotting. 7. Art galleries. San Francisco overflows with wild, unexpected art shows at dozens of galleries that are free to visit. They're quieter during the week, but simply more fun at openings or weekends. An excellent starting place is the gallery-packed 4-floor 49 Geary downtown. Other favorites include Ratio 3 and The Mission, whose artists regularly get art forum coverage, the Diego Rivera Gallery featuring the artist's Trompe l'oeil 1931 mural The Making of a Fresco showing a building of a city, and the Tenderloin's Plucky Luggage Store Gallery. 8. San Francisco Center for the Book. Remember books? The San Francisco Center for the Book not only displays elaborate Coptic binding and wooden typesetting machines used to make the things, but offers a wide display of changing exhibits and workshops. All free. 9. City Hall. Inside the mighty Beaux-Arts Dome, the splendid rotunda of San Francisco City Hall has ringing acoustics, a worthwhile spot to sit and consider of triumph and tragedy that has occurred here, including Harvey Milk's 1978 assassination. There are public art exhibits in the basement, and free tours from the tour kiosk. 10. Fort Point. Built in 1861 to protect the city from, get this, Confederate attacks that never came, Fort Point is now more famous as the spot where Kim Novak leapt into the frigid waters of the bay in Hitchcock's Vertigo. It's an ideal vantage point for views of the Golden Gate Bridge if you aren't up to the walk across. 11. Clarion Alley. The Mission's hotspot for trial by fire is on Wee Clarion Alley, where street artworks are peed on or painted over in a jiff unless they deliver enough to last a little while. Nothing stays, art, gold here. Even Andrew Schultz's mural of gentrifying elephants displacing scraggly birds, a local favorite, faded over time. Go see what's new. 12. Rincon Annex Post Office. Anton Refregier won the WPA's largest commission to depict the history of Northern California in murals at the Rincon Annex Post Office, just as World War II erupted. Work resumed in 1945, finished in 1948, and was deemed «communist» by McCarthyists in 1953. The murals are now a national landmark. 13. Musée Mécanique Sinister. Freckle-faced Laughing Sal has creeped out kiddies for over 100 years at this wonderful vintage arcade museum that's as fun to look at, for free, as play. If you splurge a few quarters you can play everything from start your own bar brawls in coin-operated Wild West saloons, peep at belly dancers or feed your inner Ms. Pac-Man. 14. Golden Gate Park. When the weather cooperates, the 1017-acre park of redwood, green meadows, and museums is a perfect setting to laze half a San Francisco day. Plus a lot is free, including weekly concerts and events like Hardly Strictly, an annual bluegrass festival, and Shakespeare in the Park. But better yet, there are free lawn bowling lessons every Wednesday at noon. Yes, some dreams do come true. 15. Volunteer-guided walking tours. Local volunteer historians lead roughly 8 daily 1 to 2 hour walking tours by neighborhood and theme, ranging from Chinatown alleys and Gold Rush history sites to a Japanese tea garden and the public library. It's volunteer-based, with dozens of options, and completely free, though donations are accepted. 16. Randall Museum near Corona Heights Park, a 520-feet summit near the Castro with superb views over the city. The Randall Museum is a free, family-ready place with live animal exhibits and hands-on workshops. 17. City Lights and Green Apple. SF's literary scene is legendary, perhaps nowhere more so than City Lights, founded by City Poet Laureate Lawrence Ferlinghetti, next to Jack Kerouac Alley. Look for readings here, or at other beloved bookstores including the Richmond District's Green Apple. 18. Seward Street Slides. Lost in the Castro, near the corner of Douglas Street and Seward Street, about 5 or 6 blocks southwest of Market Street in Castro. This tiny park has a couple of curving concrete slides that are fun to slide down. There are usually cardboard boxes handy to sit on and go, but BYOB, bring your own box, to be sure. Seriously, does any city have more fun? 19. Cable Car Museum. Putting the cable in cable car. This museum occupies a still-functioning cable car barn, and shows off 3 1870s cable cars as well as those famed cables that pull those cute open carriages stuffed with tourists up and over the hills. 20. Stern Grove Festival. If you're visiting in summer, late June through late August, definitely look up a city classic, the Stern Grove Festival's calendar of free concerts on Sundays that's become a local icon for 3/4 of a century. The season schedule is announced each year at the beginning of May. Past artists include Nico Case, the English Beat and the San Francisco Opera. 21. Transamerica Pyramids. Fake Observatory. A keystone of the San Francisco skyline since 1972, though its blast-off pyramid shape is sometimes dismissed as Pereira's PR**CK, after architect William Pereira. While the Transamerica Pyramids observation deck has been closed since 9/11, there is a virtual observation deck to see, a half-acre redwood park at its base, and a visitor center looking at the history of the building. 22. Twin Peaks or Bernal Heights. Views. Perfectly situated in the geographical center of San Francisco, the twin 922-feet peaks offer towering views of the city and bay, generally one of the must-sees of visitors with cars. Those without, and reluctant to take the steep climb up from Market Street, consider a quieter alternative, Bernal Heights, with lovely looks from south of the Mission, and no tour buses. 23. Wave Organ. The wave organ is a sound system of PVC tubes and concrete pipes capped with marble from an old cemetery built right into the tip of the Marina Boat Harbor jetty. Tones shift depending on waves, winds and tide, sounding alternately like spooky breathing on a phone to the nervous humming of a dinnertime line chef.